Now's the time to spring into savings on a new Mazda at Team Mazda. Right now, get 1.9% financing on the new 24 Mazda CX-5, named the #1 compact SUV. The time to save is now on your new Mazda at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda on Airline.
That would be concerning and maybe set a precedent moving forward.
If you have plans to be outside, you might hit a couple of these little passing showers.
A drug bust and a few arrests made. Look at what they hauled in here.
Hello, welcome to 7:03 on a Monday with that happy little ditty here. You heard Steve in kind of that intro, which has been recorded many, many moons ago. Some passing showers. That's something you might see right now, but it might be a different weather story later on today.
Yeah, a couple rounds of this stuff. So let's get you ready and out the door with what you need to know on a Monday morning. It really is all about the weather. Already a very active radar. A lot of it's our north.
Yeah, so near north of the state line, we've already had a couple of rounds of showers and storms overnight. We do have a first alert weather day posted. So let's give you a look at what's happening right now and what we're concerned with as the day wears on. This is the now, our first alert radar network, and you can see those storms that are kind of on either side of the state line. Heaviest right now near Centerville, Crosby, Mississippi, and then extending back into West Louisiana Parish near Angola. Looks like they may pass near and north of St. Francisville. So we have that cluster. We're starting to see a little bit of a boundary set up that'll probably trigger some additional showers and storms close to I-10 and I-12 as the morning wears on. There's a live look up on False River right now where we've got the storms getting close. That's our Sky9 view brought to you by Our Lady of the Lake. Another very muggy morning, 79, feeling like 82 in Baton Rouge, but we do have a frontal boundary that's draped across the area, and that boundary is just north of Baton Rouge, because you see we go from 79 here to 68 in New Roads and Opelousas, so it is a little bit cooler on the north side, the boundary. Storms right now kind of riding along the north side of that stalled front. All right, here's a look at Futurecast, what it does. So you see here through mid-morning, it does have that line of showers and storms sinking a little farther south. That's 10 a.m. Then as we get into the early afternoon, scattered rains around. Where does what's left of that boundary set up? That's going to be the key. Additional showers and storms possible at 4 o'clock, but we think what's going to be the greatest severe weather threat's going to be this evening and tonight as a disturbance moves in from the west. Widespread storms developing. That's 7 o'clock tonight. Here you see that line rolling across at 9 o'clock, and then that continues eastward. So as the leading edge of that line gets through your neighborhood, the severe weather threat should end, although there may still be some rain ongoing for maybe a few hours even behind the leading edge of that line. So the HRRR, the model I just showed you, hitting us pretty hard with the rainfall, and this is another concern. It's not only severe weather, it's the heavy rain threat. You can see it's got a pretty broad stripe of 3 to 5 inches plus of rainfall. Now this kind of has been oscillating north and south, model run to model run, but just understand that potential is there for maybe some pockets of 5 inches plus. In terms of the severe weather threat, a 3 out of 5 enhanced risk of severe weather now covering most of our viewing area. Damaging winds are the greatest concern, and the Storm Prediction Center adding that hatching on the graphic, indicating we could have some isolated wind gusts of 75 plus miles per hour. Large hail also possible, not as likely as the damaging winds, but they're also not ruling out hail that could get to 2 inches or larger in diameter. So it's damaging winds, large hail, isolated tornadoes ranking the threats, but flooding is also up there on our list. Now the rains will end after midnight tonight. Tuesday, Wednesday should be mainly dry, and then we get some more showers and storms Thursday and Friday. By the time it's all said and done between now and early next week, rain totals of 3 to 6 inches look to be common, could be higher in spots. Hopefully not as rainy as we get into the weekend, but I still have rain chances at 30 to 40%. All right, 7:06. Let's get a check on the roads now with Johnny.
We take you up to our interactive drive time map, and we start you out up in the Zachary area, not too far from Lane on Main Street in Zachary. Have a little crash, no backups associated with that. Kind of see where that is in relation to your drive. Little high school traffic around the high school too on the other side of Highway 19. Take you right on back down toward Airline Highway. We're seeing a lot of southbound traffic on Airline Highway at Florida. This little icon really needs to be right about there because that's where the wreck is. It's over the overpass heading south toward Goodwood Boulevard, and and that left lane is temporarily blocked. The Baton Rouge Police Department's right here. Connell's Village is up here. You see Cons. So that's southbound traffic right past the Florida overpass. Left lane temporarily blocked, but we do have some activity on the right shoulder and in the grass. So that's what that is all about there if you're on Florida Boulevard on the Airline Highway crossing over Florida. Meanwhile, I-12 looking pretty good here at Essen. All of our drive times are starting to come in. Not bad. 11 is normal from Denham. 15 to 16 is what it keeps vacillating between, and that's from Juban to the 10-12. And there's a live look at the College Drive overpass. A lot of folks have their lights on. Remember, lights on when wipers are on. That is our state law. 7:08, we'll be back with headlines, some things you might have missed this morning during 9 News this morning. We give it to you in brief, updated form right here on 9 News Now on the Plus, and we'll be right back.
Welcome back here to 709. We're following the very latest, and this Monday, Matt, it is back to the Supreme Court here.
Yeah, so the United States Supreme Court could be, should be, would be hearing something about our congressional maps. So this has been a conversation that's been going on for a while, right? It seems like we've been talking about this for a while. Had a special session of lawmakers designed to redraw everything. They did. They redrew everything. But a federal panel of judges says, not so fast. This doesn't maybe accurately represent everything. So both sides here need an answer from the Supreme Court, and they need it quickly, Liz.
10 a.m. today, the Supreme Court is asking for written arguments from both sides of this case. This comes after the Attorney General for Louisiana, Liz Murrill, filed that emergency stay application. So what will come of this? We're following the very latest for you. Hopefully have some updates in our later newscasts.
So the city of Gonzales needs a mayor. Need an interim mayor. You got one who's on the way out doing something else. And so they kind of need to fill that spot. They actually have a public meeting talking a little bit about it today.
It's set to begin 5:30 there at the Gonzales City Hall on Irma Boulevard. Whoever is going to fill that vacancy, whoever gets appointed today, they're going to stay in that role until the November elections later on this fall. We'll get you in the know, cover that meeting tonight.
We are hopeful to learn a little bit more today about the water crisis in the town of Killian, right? Where it is right now. We know where it is. They got results back last week. We talked a lot about it, about what was wrong with it. And they said that, all right, the first step here is to start to kind of deep clean it, and they're hopeful that begins today.
That's the goal here, especially if as they are in talks with the GOSEP, they're in talks with LDH, trying to figure out the next steps here. So Killian leaders say that they're expecting to get some guidelines from LDH and GOSEP about the next steps on top of that thorough cleaning here. What's going to happen next in this process when they get those guidelines, as they continue to follow the ones from the American Waterworks Association. We'll follow that for you, but in the meantime, that boil advisory is still in effect. Go ahead and pick up those cases of bottled water. That's still waiting for you there at Killian Town Hall.
Getting trashy in the town of Baker for all the right reasons. They actually have a brand new company that's providing their trash pickup. So I'd like to know a little bit more about it. I live in the town of Baker. I don't know anything more about it. There's a meeting designed to do that for you.
How about it? Show up 6 p.m. tonight at Redemption Life Fellowship. That's on Deborah Drive. They're going to talk about those routes for Waste Pro, right? That new company. Pickup days and the communication processes, how they're going to let folks know in the city of Baker how they're making their way around. They're going to let you know exactly what your route's going to look like, what time, and everything. Show up tonight, 6 o'clock.
Louisiana State Police right now, Liz, are investigating an officer-involved shooting. Now, it's standard procedure. Any officer-involved shooting, deputy-involved shooting, state police get involved. Well, they are involved here with this one. This is East Feliciana Parish.
This happened right around Clinton area.
Yep.
Deputies tell us that they were actually responding to some kind of disturbance call there off of Oakwood Lane that's off of Wrist Road. Well, we're told a deputy was confronted by someone named Zachary Williams. Well, we're told that Williams allegedly pointed an AR-style rifle at deputies, and that's when deputies shot at him. We're told the Williams is taken to a local hospital to be treated in the meantime. But Matt, you mentioned it here. LSP is taking over the investigation, as is usual with officer-involved shooting.
So from Clinton to Tickfaw, this one is just crazy. An 11-year-old girl taken to the hospital in critical condition for surgery after being hit by a stray bullet. Authorities say it was a stray bullet, a shooting along Ed Brown Road there.
An 11-year-old innocent bystander in this shooting. Now you can believe LPSO looking for details, anything here. This shooting happened Ed Brown Road outside of the girl's home. They believe 3 people are involved here. So can you help them follow up on these leads here? They need your tips, and they're asking you to call them in to Crime Stoppers at 344-STOP. Matt.
I want to give you a heads up to something going on tomorrow so we can put this on your radar, right? How about a hiring event from DOTD? They are looking for some smart folks here, engineers.
If you are eligible here for a Louisiana Engineer Intern Certificate, they're calling you in because they sure would like to hire you on. Tomorrow, it's going to happen from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at DOTD headquarters there on Capitol Access Road. They're going to provide everything, Matt, training, all the things. They just need you to show up.
State income tax deadline quickly approaching. It is May 15th. Now, here's the thing. Lawmakers automatically granted an extension, 6 months. That's November 15th. So you get an extension to file, not an extension to pay, though. You still have to pay the money owed.
If you are due this Wednesday, you still have to pay that money, but you're filing, you have till November 15th to do that. So please keep that in mind. If you are expecting to owe, well, you got to write that check by Wednesday.
Make it happen.
I always owe state. I never owe Fed. I always owe state.
I did this year.
Sounds personal.
I have to go talk to Governor Landry.
Okay, let me know how that goes.
Request that meeting.
Right, exactly.
You'll have coffee with me.
Sure will. That's
might
it.
not
Who
excuse
wouldn't
my
have
taxes,
Johnny?
but he'll-
Well, who wouldn't have coffee with Johnny?
First Alert Weather app going to be the tool to use here.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep it handy. We got some showers and storms this morning, mostly north of the interstates. They'll sink southward. The severe weather threat, greater concern, though, this evening and tonight.
Well, we've got you covered. Staying with you all morning and all throughout the day. Stay with us here. We'll see you in 10 minutes for another update, weather, traffic, and news.
Got the governor's phone number?
I do not.
If you're looking for the perfect companion for family fun and adventure, or wanting to find adventure beyond the ordinary, experience all that the Toyota Tundra has to offer. Save on your new Tundra right now at Team Toyota, I-12 and O'Neill.